Hi everyone, it's Michael, and I am so excited to do my very first bloom profile video. Now, a bloom profile video will consist of me talking through all of the key points about the blooms of a specific orchid, and this will be a recurring series on my channel. But I do want to explain why I haven't already done this. So, when I first started growing orchids, I went on the hunt for very specific information regarding blooms. I wanted to know, for example, how long does it take between when you see an orchid start to spike until it starts to bloom? Or what exactly is the duration of the bloom? Can it bloom more than once a year? I had really specific questions and I found answers, but they were always kind of inconclusive and didn't give me everything that I wanted. So I could have, in theory, cheated and just purchased an orchid that was in bloom and then done a bloom profile video, but I didn't want to offer information to you that I had read up on. I wanted to offer information that I had experienced. So that is the objective of the bloom profile. And I'm so excited because the first one that I'm going to do is number 28 in my collection. This is my Cattleya Mini Purple Blue Hawaii, and it is just stunning. You guys, this orchid has just like won every competition for fastest adaptation to semi-hydroponics. I purchased this orchid on August 10th of 2017. That was like 4 months ago, you guys. And it had blooms when I purchased it. The blooms faded, they dropped. I repotted it into semi-hydroponics, and this orchid was unbothered. It just put down roots like crazy. I mean, look at this root system, you guys. There's a lot of glare, but I hope you can see it. It just put down roots, no problem. And then it kept putting new growth after new growth after new growth. And I didn't expect this guy to bloom as quickly as it did, but here we are. I noticed the orchid spike on December 9th, and I'll show a video of that here. You guys, I'm so excited I could just cry. Number 28 in my collection, my mini Cattleya Purple Blue Hawaii, has new flower buds on it, and I didn't even, I can't believe this escaped my notice while they were developing because I'm so compulsively checking all the time, but look right in there. There's the flower bud, and not just on one, but if I rotate it, where are you? Right down here, there's a second one right there. I told you this one has just had such a, like, the dream scenario adaptation to semi-hydroponics. It dropped its blooms shortly after I purchased it, which was in August, and this is the fastest turnaround time I've ever had for getting an orchid to rebloom in semi-hydroponics. And here we are, it's December 24th. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. And the orchid's already in bloom. This developed so quickly that it boggles my mind. So I'm gonna take you in so you can get a closer look at the blooms and see exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm just gonna talk through some of the key points that I think are really relevant. A little history on this guy. This orchid is a cross between the Cattleya walkeriana and the Laelia pumila. This was originally classified as a Laeliocattleya, but it is now considered just a Cattleya. In terms of its growth habit, it is bushy. This orchid just grows all over, you guys. Each individual growth is around 4 to 5 inches long, and the inflorescences on the flower spikes are around 3 inches long in my experience. This produces around 2 to 3 flowers at a time, and the flowers are around 2.5 inches, but they can get as big as 4 inches. In terms of its coloration, the petals are this beautiful shade of lavender. It's almost a grayish blue, but the labellum is white with this stunning pop of indigo. It is just gorgeous. In terms of the scent is just, you guys, I can't say this enough, the scent is intoxicating. This is probably my favorite fragrance of any orchid that I've smelled so far. That may change in the future, but for now, this is definitely the most beautiful orchid scent I've ever smelled. It is this kind of earthy floral. It has, scent is a hard thing to describe, but the scent has round edges, meaning it's not a scent that announces its presence really, really quickly and sharply. It's very round, it's very smooth. It kind of ebbs into your awareness and out of your awareness. It's just this beautiful, round, soft, and smooth fragrance. In terms of the length of the bloom is 1 to 3 weeks. Now, when I first purchased the orchid, it was already in bloom. I don't know how long it had been in bloom, but after I got it, it stayed in bloom for another 11 days. So I'll list all of the bloom durations below so you can kind of look at it. I'm going to track how long this one is. So each time it goes into bloom, I'll update this video description to show you the exact dates because those, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but those are things that I wonder about. In terms of how many times this blooms annually, this orchid is supposed to be a once a year bloomer and it should bloom in summer. So that's why I was so shocked that here we are at the onset of winter and it's just throwing out blooms. But when I take you in on this orchid, you guys, you can tell, look how many pseudobulbs it has, look how healthy and plump it is. I think that the more established your plant is, it has definite capacity to bloom multiple times over the course of the year. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I will absolutely be doing a care video on this, but before I do that, I want to get this to bloom multiple times before I give you a care video, because I can tell you how I got it to rebloom this time, but I want to tinker with the light levels, see if it can take more light, see if it can take less light, and kind of give you the full range of what the possibilities are for the orchid. So I need to spend a little bit more time with this before I create the care video for you, but it will come. I'm also really considering dividing, I mean, you guys can just see, look, it's just crawling, it's crawling out of the pot. It's developed so well and so successfully that I think it's going to get crowded soon. So I'm probably going to divide this. When I do my online store, I will go ahead and put those divisions on there. But for right now, I'm just going to enjoy that this is such a stunning, established, gorgeous plant. And I'm just going to enjoy the smell. And you guys can't really tell, but there is another, I don't know if you can see it at all, but there's a growth. There's another new growth right here coming in, and when I hold it up to the light, I can see that there's a flower spike inside of it. So I know that there is a third bloom on its way, which just makes me so thrilled. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this was informative or answers your questions or lets you know if you want to invest in one of these beautiful little guys, because I'm obsessed with this. I love you guys so much. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I hope you guys have the most beautiful Christmas, the most happy holidays, and I look forward to connecting with you guys over the December Orchid Collection update, which is coming up shortly. Mwah! Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Bye.